Good evening and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for January the 29th, 2024. So look at how the clock works there and the dates and all that fancy schmancy stuff there. And let's go, whoops, wrong channel. Whoopsie. This channel. There we go. Now we're in the right channel. We are live. I hope everyone's having a good day. Hang on, there we go. That works and we're doing good. I noticed that we have dinos up today, so I figured we could do a little highway to the Dino Zone, but Tish, yes, I was listening to Kenny Loggins. I cannot believe that song is by Kenny Loggins. I mean, Loggins and Messina, little pop light music, and then he comes up with that one? WTF, as we like to say. Anyway, so I'm ready for some ground fun here. I did, however, I hope a lot of you are interested in this, and I will talk about it again later. I had restore shields. Excuse me one moment. Girls, mommy's working. That's enough. Hey, enough. No. Hopefully we're only a few weeks away from a house. Anyway, so I had restore shields on ground as a endeavor today, and I thought, well, I've had some luck with using the Kumarki trait. I think it's called a readout. Let me put it on here and see what comes up. Kumarki, where are you? There we are, Kumarki. When you've got the Kumarki thing, you've got this thingy down here, which is the Emergency Shield Readout. R-E-A-D-O-U-T. Not read out or readout, but readout. Yes, I know what that word means. It says fully restore shields. So I was taking a little damage over on New Romulus, standing in a swarm of Virahanen, you know, the little bubbly thingies that, you know, do all the zappy stuff, and took a little bit of damage and hit it, and it completely restored all 18,000 points on the shields. Just a complete revamp on the shields. So if you hate doing shields, go someplace, take a little bit of damage, hit it, and it will completely regenerate, and I'll prove that right now. Somebody's been in one. We'll take the swarm over here. Alright, so I usually come in within a few feet, set up myself some, wrong button, set up some emergency generators. Close enough, hopefully. Yeah, we're close. Not exactly where I want it to be. We'll fix that. Give me a few seconds here. I already did it for the stuff today, but we'll try it again here. Should still work. 3, 2, 1, and boop. We'll move it to right here. I've discovered don't put the shield generator too close to the bugs, because then they'll go after the shield generator. So as you can see, I'm taking some damage up there. And unfortunately, because I've already done it for the daily today, you can't see that it completely does it. So I got down to fairly low point. I'm going to see if I can get it down there again. So at this point, I'd done maybe 190 out of 18,000 to rebuild it. And I threw on a little bit of health, and then I hit this button right here and completely restored them to 18,000. It was instantly filling the daily endeavor. So all I can say is if you get that one on the ground, there is a super quick fix for it. But that said, we got to go get us some dinos. However, this tune is not our dino tune. Let's go get a dino tune. My best ground tune is Kethmont. Not that we need to have super good ground tunes to do this. And let's beam up and head over there. I'd been planning to do a day on Allied Sphere, so I guess today is as good a day as any. I had a different plan, but then I saw that the VREX had popped up, so let's get this done. And as I'm sure you notice, the endeavor is to defeat a VREX, not just to participate in it, which means we may have to do it a couple of times per character for you to make sure they get full credit for it. But that's the point. Getting you all the credit you need. There we go. Oh, speaking of, we got a violation warning from Cryptic today going, hey, you're violating terms of service with your fleet named the Dipshits from Chicago, even though it's not really the Dipshits, it's the Dipsh1TS. or lowercase l. But they said, no, 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 no. So we changed it. It's now the Dipships. But if you've got a better name, DT was suggesting the Dipsticks. I'll take any really good name that's a play on words from Captain Shaw. Hello, Commander Arnold. Let's see what we got here. Unfortunately, I don't have any ground things that need work today. And we're in good shape. Kumarki's good enough for this one. Does anything need to be done? Ooh, oh, we're in Dino Land, and we're going to reset in just a moment. So let's go on up to the park. There we go. Hi, Wolfie. How are you? Has anyone else noticed today that it's a little bit laggy after this afternoon's fix? It still is lagging behind on things. I was chatting with Dante, because, you have to do something while you're at work. And chatting with Dante is about as cool of a thing to do as any. And the whole system just shut down. Just boom. I was getting ready to do my dailies and turn them in, but nope. Everything just shut down. Speaking of that, we do need to do dailies too. On this account, my other account should be good. I am hanging in there, kind of waiting for information on my house. Thank you, Joe. Okay. All right, so my realtor just told me go ahead and get your insurance on the house, because that would mean that I've got a house. Oh, well, somebody did this while I was gone. No, not yet. About to do this. Well, I'll stand right here. I got a house. Now I just have to get $80,000, but that's the easier part of this. Phone call to the money guy. Julian looks all kind of anticipatory there. 26 seconds. Let's see if we can make this an effective run. If anybody wants to join me, I'm in the Dyson Sphere Battle Zone. Whoa, one of these. 1. Wow, I came down in Battle Zone 1. That's good. So I take possession of the house a month from Friday. And then a month from Saturday, I'll send you guys pictures.
Back to your stations. The bots have returned.
And boop. Mom, I just beamed in and they kind of zapped me. It's not fair, Mom. Well, that was fun. Let's go do stuff. Yeah, it's got a lot of work to do. The house is actually in great shape, but it's got like 24 trees in the back, which is probably more than it needs. Okay, it is more than it needs. That's not even a question. They're nice, and they're older trees, but that means first thing is get the arborist out there to make sure the trees are in good shape. Make arrangements to take any down that aren't in good shape. And then start cleaning up the fact that they have had leaves falling for the last 4 months. It is about 3 inches thick in leaves. So I've got my yard work planned, but the doggos have a yard now. They don't know this yet. They know Mom's been very, very bad mood waiting for the house to get settled. But they don't get what a house is yet. They'll figure it out. That dinosaur just disappeared. Oh, there he is. Oh, this is a terrible weapon. That's not much better. Oh, I suppose I should do these while I'm at it. course, with a month to go, there's that part of me going, it's a whole month away. I got plenty of time. And then the rest of my brain is doing you have to pack an entire house up in 1 month. But it does encourage me to get rid of more junk. What the heck was that? That was a really close swarmer. Oops, that's one of us. Did you do what you're supposed to? Yes, you did. 2 more to go. That's not one of them. Didn't I just do that one? Swear I did this one. Oh, it's that lag issues back with us. Yay, 1 down. Let's see where we're at now. That's pretty good. So Wolfie says, oh, hi, Rachel. I know the battle you're talking about. I have 3 avo trees and a mango, all dropping leaves like it's going out of fashion. I haven't raked for a while. It's a ton of work just to remove the leaves. Hubs has been working to trim them down a bit. Yep. So who just joined me?
You could perfectly guess a person long lost to time.
Yeah, really. Where the heck have you been?
Well, I've been hiding out in your streams and stuff like that.
I see you every now and then sneaking around. I can see you in game. You're not here, but I do know that you play with so many other people that I can hardly complain when you're not with us. But it's lovely to hear your voice again. How are you doing?
Do you know how much I've done of elites recently?
A bunch.
I've got 7 ISO mags.
Then you've been doing quite a few. I've done a few. One was just a fustercluck. Even though we had a great team, at one moment we were doing Into the Hive Elite. And these are people who know how to play ground elite.
Yeah.
And somehow the board queen killed all 5 of us in the same shot. And of course that's a fail criteria. It was crazy. Just bad.
I ran all my tunes out of Dylan Scrap doing those ISO mags.
Well, if and I don't
know.
Clearly there's a level of skill involved here for you.
I got 7 of them. I've got a friend working on the 8th. So I have a bit of time to rebuild my stuff.
Well, come play with us.
And I've had to leave my character alone, properly for a few days due to the fact I kept refining the dilithium instead of the auto-refine. Yeah.
Yeah, I have some dilithium stashed, but I haven't been worried about the ISO mags. Because I'm just not playing that at the moment.
I'll show you. There's one of them.
Hang on.
I'm playing the phaser game.
Oh, you're doing phasers.
Yeah, I've already got 7 of them already.
Wow.
All in that role. I picked out.
Are you using them for yourself or are you selling?
No, for myself.
Okay. Well, some people are making money selling. Speaking of selling, I won a Duderstat on Saturday, which I don't have an overwhelming need for, but if somebody is interested in trading for a Shrike or a Connie, let me know. Connies were going for 1.5 on the exchange on Saturday, and the Duderstats were going for 1.3, and I think I can make up the difference in EC. So if you're willing to take a trade in some EC, and you know somebody who's willing to do a trade, send them my way.
Yeah. just hang around. There is some trade discords.
Yeah, the one I used to be on, I'm not on it anymore, and they're grayed out, so either they've limited who's on it or they've killed the channel, which they'd been talking about. They'd been getting some people who were just impolite.
I'll ask around for you, because I
Thanks.
know the STO Phoenix Knights has got quite a few fleets. I know they're up something like 6,000, maybe 7,000 members.
Okay,
I'll definitely find one who wants
Yeah,
to trade a
if-
strike or a Connie 3 for you.
great. That would be lovely. If not, no worries. I'm sure I can find somebody who'd be interested in taking a Duderstat. I've got nothing against the ship, but I haven't opened most of the ships I've got, and I would like a Shrike for one of my tunes, and I know somebody who would love to have the Connie.
The Dudestar is a nice ship, don't get me wrong.
I'm sure it is. That's not the issue. I'm sure it's like a lot of ships. They're great ships. I just don't really need
I know for
everything.
a fact, what you really need to think about is, if you give it away to someone,
Mm-hmm.
are they actually going to play it, or are they just going to put it in a bag somewhere and then trade it off later?
Well, the person who I'd give the Connie to would definitely use it. Wolfie's
Oh,
gonna
talk
go. Bye, Wolfie.
I was talking about the Dudestats.
That's up to them if whatever they want to do with it. If I give it to somebody and they want to put it in a box and look at it later, that's fine. I don't mind. If they
Yeah.
want to play it, once it's yours, it's yours. We did award the Protostar to the person who originally named Gerhard Prime for the Fleet for Ed. We had two people come up with the same name, so I'm going to come up with a second prize for that other person, because it's a great name. Let's see if we can go someplace else. Where can we go? Let's go to the outskirts and see if there's anything left there. Ooh, the outskirts are barely touched.
Well, put it this way. I've only been doing my dailies recently. That's all I've been doing.
Wow. Speaking of, we are going to do Wolf 359 or Guillotine a little bit later, because I need to do that for today.
The elite grinding for Isomag, I am not doing for my tunes. You can get out of it. There is no way I'm grinding Isomags for every freaking character.
No.
There is a limit of where I will take some people.
Yep.
And Isomag grinding, yes, it is goddamn fun on a fully spec tune. Don't get me wrong.
Hang on one second there. Drunken Heretic, ooh, has it broken again? Or is this the break from the other day?
What breaking are we talking about here?
Wolf 359. It was kind of broken last night a little bit, but then it worked fine this morning.
What's this breaking entail?
It wouldn't do the final board cube, where you just kind of beat at it for a while. It let us we finished clearing up all of the escape pods, and then we just sit there and hit hard points. We had 178 hard points by the time we all realized nothing's going to happen. It's never going to do the cube.
Yeah.
It's a shame, too, because, 178 hard points, that's not bad.
Mm-hmm. As I said, I've been working quite hard. I'm now up to Endeavour rank 603.
Getting there, you said Christmas time?
December of this year.
Yeah, Christmas time. It's a nice Christmas present.
I told, all Lexington were asking, how long does it take to get to 600?
Yeah.
2 years. An extra year or so to get to 750. There'll be another year and a half if they raise it to 900 or 1,000.
Are they talking about that?
Not yet, but
Okay.
I expect it.
Well, I've been expecting it for a while. I just haven't seen any serious talk.
But I don't think they will.
Don't know.
Because the power creep's so bad. If they increase the crit chance and crit severity anymore, you're going to see numbers of 60 odd plus.
You are, yeah. But at the same time, it's a good way to keep people motivated to continue.
Yeah, I know. I went on Zolix's stream and told him what Endeavour. I keep him updated on what Endeavour rank I am. Like most streamers, and I encourage them openly encouraged to do the endeavors. Some people don't like it, of course.
I enjoy the endeavors. It gives us something to do in the mornings. Let's see what we should do from here.
Would you like to know what I had today?
What'd you have today?
Herc frigates.
Ooh, had that yesterday.
Voth ground.
Had that today.
Plasma damage ground.
Ooh. Hey, those feature probes have a place and a time.
Yeah.
Let me get off topic here. I was on about 1:15 because I got a message saying that the dipshits from Chicago was a violation of terms of service for a fleet name, so they were forcing us to change the fleet name. And I went in to change it, and the game was just not functional at all. And about 2 minutes later, they came out with a notice that there was a problem. They said there were some Borg nanites in the system, but you could not log on. They shut it down, and it's still ever so slightly laggy. It took them about an hour to get that fixed, so...
It's still not fixed.
It's still laggy, right?
No. If you go on a certain airspace dock, Pacific ones, they've got it so lagged out.
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm double checking my Discord screen due to the fact of how bad it is.
I'm thinking we'll see a serious patch tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Because this is not fucking...
Yeah. Julie says Mirror Borgs have assimilated the cryptic data center. Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what we need to do? They should make a ground CFO, obviously STO style, of Cryptic Studios. Okay, the way it would work is, it has 3 levels. Noob, confident, and elitists. Those are the 3 modes you'll have. And the rewards, well, apart from getting the mirror simulator as a reward, non-promo version, the cut down variant of it, you also, on the elitist mode, there's 17 different achievements you have to complete before the mission ends. If you don't, you're locked out of it for a week.
Oh, you're just mean.
Hey, if you're elitist, you will do every achievement.
That's more completionist than elitist, but...
Well, you get the gist.
I get it. That's actually not bad. Good evening, The Chosen. How are you tonight?
I know I've been speaking on some of the other Discords.
Hey,
especially Star Trek related Discords.
but of course.
The elite, if people AFK elites,
Yeah.
they should change the timer on elites from half an hour to an hour.
Oh, that wouldn't stop anybody. I used to set mine up to run some things with minimal intervention, allowing the timer.
That only accounts for... But that'll be account-wide lockout.
Oh, that's interesting. By the way, if you are trying to get the Dino, Dyson Sphere Battlezone 1 is getting ready. Should be there in about 5 minutes at the most. So if you want to get your butt down here, we only have 2 zones that aren't completed yet. Got a little bit in the outskirts and a little bit in the city. So if you want to come down, and you need an invitation because it is a full instance, but we can invite you.
What do you think? An account-wide lockout.
I would never even attempt any of those things then, because this is...
It's saying that you wouldn't... But that only work... The raid lockout, the TFO lockout will only work if you teamed up with somebody. Otherwise, you can do the regular, AFK queuing that you normally would do on certain TFOs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do the private queue for when I'm going to TFO, because
that's
it's...
fine. You won't get the lock... You won't get the lockout for that.
If you're not going to lock me out for that, then I'm okay. I can live with that.
But it's the people who AFK while in a team of 5 people.
Oh, no. Unless everybody agrees to it.
And the STO logs can consent to it.
Yeah.
Then the TFO lockout will not happen.
Because I do know with some of them, people want to do it just to see what they can do in terms of damage and being able to solo things, etc. Where you go in with 5 people and, as Saab would call it, they just nanny you, so they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had some crazy DPS on the weekend. I think 833.
Yeah.
Which is crazy good. But then, she's Saab.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the 14th anniversary bundle.
I'm thinking next Thursday. That is my thought, and the thought that is mine. Because that would be the closest to the 10th, which is the true anniversary.
Yeah. But I'm waiting for that to make my ultimate decision on what ship I'm buying.
Dinos!
I know you have already made, a vouch for the Norway.
I think it's the Norway for you.
Well, I want to see what's in the 14th anniversary, just to make sure.
Ah, good idea.
To make sure I don't want... The Norway's up year-round.
This is true.
So I want to see what comes out there, which one has the better trait. Looking at it from, a trait perspective. And also a playing perspective, which one would I get more player style out of?
Alright, got my Dino.
Where did I get this one?
Oh, he's so cute, dinosaur. He's so cute.
The Undine. That mission. That
Which
final mission.
The new one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm still recovering from the Undine's diplomatic. How they diplomatically had an alliance ready for us.
Yeah, it's not that I don't trust the Undine, but I don't trust the Etherians at all. Something else is going on with those Etherians.
But if it's to stop the Mirror Borg...
No. They're into it for their own reasons. There is something else going on behind the scenes. Something we don't know about.
Could be.
And greetings, greetings everybody who's joined us tonight.
I think at some point we're going to find out how bad this war is.
We're only 3 episodes in, and the first 2 have been kind of and this last one's been pretty interesting, but something up with Harry and Kumarki in specific.
But here's the thing, I think at some point the Temple investigators are going to step in here.
That's kind of Deus Ex Machina, I think.
But I think, Daniel's going to appear at some point with the Universal Class Enterprise J and effectively restore order and help us to correct the Mirror Borg issue.
I don't know.
It is a temporal issue, though.
It is a temporal issue. That's not a question. But whether they'd pull Daniels back in is an issue.
Or another one of his temporal friends.
That could be. I probably could go with that one.
Because, let's be honest, we all had the temporal issue with Ragnar, the one with the time ship. Ragnarok.
Oh, yeah.
And, his little hissy fit that he had there. We all know about that one. That's well documented.
I like your terminology, the hissy fit.
Hissy fit. Yeah. I could come up with some more exclusive
No, that's
words,
okay. I like that one. I think that's good.
I think, at some point we are going to see the Temple guys again. It's been too long.
It has been a while. You may be right.
I think the Temple guys needs... Maybe they've got some new ships. This will be a perfect time to bring out some new models of new Temple ships.
That would be really nice. I could get along with that. Ooh, I've got the tactical EMP.
Like, think
Let's try
about
that.
how much. Instead of just a mirror, a mirror one, you could have a temporal one as well.
Bound to account. Yay. Might need that for a different one. We're going to try something fun here.
But that's a whole different story for another day.
So Taz gave me the tactical EMP bombardment,
Okay.
which is tactical damage to the non-living. I'm curious how that's going to play here.
No, leave it.
The non-living, so it does play against Borgies,
Bakiri.
Bakiri.
That'll be good on your Klingon because you actually have a mission for that. When you go to Greffel.
That would be a good one. Let's see. It might work well against the Iconians for the constructs.
Yeah, that could also work.
Yeah, which means you also can throw it into, the whole Gamma Quadrant arc. Could be fun for that one.
Jim had the Fakiri mission, yes. Iconians, I'm not sure. You'd have to test that one.
I'm going to see if it even pops here when I go against the Voth. I'm thinking, though, against things like Swarmers and then the Voth mech suits could work.
You said non-living things.
Yes. But the mech suit is not living. And the Swarmers are non-living, but they're also way too far away.
Back to your stations. The Voth have returned.
In that case, we know Fakiri.
Very interesting.
is one.
Okay, it definitely doesn't work against the living. Definitely does work against equipment.
How about the Tholians?
They're alive. But they are in suits, so that gets to the interesting thing. It won't kill them, but it might damage the suit. Oh, well, somebody got that one.
But then again, it could, there's so many, different species out. Non and living, sentient and unsentient, humanoids out there. Or races. Some that we have not explored in Star Trek canon.
Oh, yes. I'm gonna go on a
Like,
different
we
angle
haven't
today.
even explored a fraction of the Delta Quadrant yet.
I've had plenty of Delta Quadrant for my lifetime, thank you very much.
No.
No? Yes, yes.
I think the Delta Quadrant needs fleshing out a bit more.
Well,
'Cause
put in
in-
something new that isn't just
Vadwa.
patrols
And Vadwa.
in Padwar.
I think, the next arc, whatever it is,
Yes?
needs to have a galaxy-wide enemy.
Ooh. Oh, that's actually fun. That would be fun if we had to not just go to Alpha or Beta, but, one episode would be in this quadrant, one episode would be in that quadrant, or you'd have to jump between them.
Or it's a whole different story when you start talking about a galaxy-wide enemy.
That would be
The
fun,
Borg,
though.
Mirror Borg, have access to the Unimatrix 1 if they so decide to go there. They could very easily overpower the Borg of our universe and
Oops.
destroy them.
Never got the
Think
speed
about
boost
it.
going here.
Think about it.
No, I think you've got a great idea going on there.
Like, if, for example, the new Borg went to Unimatrix 1, okay?
Yeah.
Let's say they went there, and they destroyed everything there, and inserted a new Borg king or queen. Whichever one they decide. Then, their transport network will become the mirror Borg transport network.
Yeah.
So effectively, their ships were even more undetected because they were in subspace. You know how they're almost invincible to sensors?
Yeah.
They could be on the doorstep of Sol. If you remember that one sphere from Endgame,
Yeah.
we could have a cube turn up at Earth like that.
No, I think you've got a great story idea there. You should flesh it out, make Cryptic do it for us. Mom, are you doing the Dino? I are doing the Dino. This map just began. I'm in Dyson Sphere Battle Zone. Come on, just tell me which instance I'm in. Oh, sorry, I'm in a fight. It won't tell me what instance I'm in. I am in instance 5. And you should be able to join me. There's only 14 people here.
Well,
Oh, come
you
on.
know
I
how
wanted to try my toys out.
you could say it's like the Wolf 359 in some ways, but it happens at Sol. The DS9 gets transferred to the Sol system.
Wow. No, that could be cool. It would mess up with them, but challenging.
Here's the thing: the Jim Hadar guards the wormhole, so there will be no way for people to go in and out of the wormhole without the Jim Hadar's authorization. So you have that, while the war's going on Sol, the Jim Hadar come through the wormhole and guard the wormhole from any intruders from our side of the galaxy.
So not that long ago, one of the players in the game working was trying to put together an equivalent of Warhammer 40,000 for Star Trek Online, a game that we could do in-game. And we didn't finish fleshing it out, but it has some potential.
Here's the thing: DS9.
Okay, that works great.
And you know the new retrofit of Earth Space Dock?
The new
This gets destroyed.
retrofit?
Yeah.
When is there a new retrofit?
Okay. This one gets destroyed fighting that mirror bulky,
Okay, yeah.
right? You know how Starfleet normally rebuilds its stuff?
Yep.
This one gets shipped off to Anthem Prime. Now that
Oh.
becomes a new social zone,
That would be a good social zone.
right? Where everyone can visit, even the Romulans, the Klingons,
Yes, yes.
the Jim Hadar.
I agree with this. This is a great idea.
The new Picard Earth Space Dock comes in its place. Same map, internally. Just a whole map rework and, the new textures and everything. And all the gantries have been updated to the 25th century versions. More interactions with them. Instead of going down to Earth Space Dock, you now have to dock at one of the gantries to repair your ship.
Ah, I like this. I like this idea very much.
And, Mars,
Yeah?
that's also a new repair station.
Yeah, I think that would be a great another map to bring in.
By this point, Starfleet have already got Mars back up and operational in some capacity. Obviously, they're still fighting, certain things on there, but effectively they got the entire, ship-making facility in the orbit back up and operational. And they've got back control of the equipment above. You know the first contact thing? Where we destroy the ships?
Yes?
I know Endeavour has said about this as well. Why don't we take out the equipment above? The stuff that destroys Mars.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
Like, there's so many interactive things we could do with this game. Because technically, no ship, no starship docks at Earth Space Dock to get repaired. They always dock at one of these ship docks outside Earth Space Dock for repair.
You realize that I'm putting together a battle scenario in my head that we can play with existing equipment and existing modules and great. Now, I don't have enough on my plate right now, Joshua. And now you've got me thinking about, hey, I got an idea.
Well, put it this way. tempting you with the offer of the new Earth space dock coming in.
Even without the new Earth space dock, I've got so many ideas floating around in my head. And once I buy the house, and if I can justify retiring, I will retire.
And then you're gonna nag Cal to, Kale to, oh, hell at that point.
Rachel, I've
With
sent you
all-
an invitation to Team so you can get into our instance. Even if an instance is full, you can get an invitation and then you can come in.
And you know the ships in dry dock around Earth space dock
Uh-huh.
gets updated to the new 25th century fleet.
Oh, nice.
So you'll see the Ross, the Edison, the Excelsior 2. All the areas that had previously 24th century 24th century ships
Yeah.
will now be removed from the game. But the 25th century fleet will now take precedence in all zones.
Okay,
So
Rachel,
the Vulcan,
go ahead.
even the Vulcan sector and the Andorian social zones, they get finished off.
That would be nice. That would be really nice.
For example, you know how Andoria was going to be a PvP zone?
Something that
attempted
really didn't
one.
happen.
No, that doesn't. That gets converted now to a Andorian tourist attraction. So instead of beaming down to the surface of Andoria, you beam underground to one of their cities and have a guided tour.
Oh, we don't have a lot of underground cities. That would be terrific. That would
That's
be a
how the
lot of fun.
And guess what? I could see many people enjoying that.
Oh, yeah,
It'll
that would be...
It'll make Andoria relevant again.
Folks, if you want this to happen, we need to raise about another $249 million. That's all we're asking for. Every penny helps. Actually, 248. My boss said if we raise the 249, she'll pitch in the last million.
Wow.
I have a good
Well-
boss.
As I said, this is the type of stuff you will get. Instead of this server lag,
Yeah, oh, there's definitely still server lag. We would take care of that, but can't always fix things. Let's see if that works.
we put the servers on a... So, you know how this game has issues with server performance
Yes.
every time
Yeah,
game
I'm very aware of it.
has a large influx of players. So, what this theoretical new server will do, it has a large set of servers available to it.
Okay.
Effectively, if a large influx of servers come up, a large influx of players, let's say 5,000 players, for example,
A lot of players. Yeah.
that's a lot of players.
It's a lot of players.
The backup servers that are not normally active now spool up to full power. So it effectively, helps the game, and a few more internet routers come online to support the game, including Netherwinter and all the rest of them. When there's a large popular, when the new expansion comes out, or new story arc or something like that.
Let me get
What do you
off top. I'm liking the idea. We just need to get the money raised. That's the big issue. Let me backtrack here. Wild Crop Duster. I watched someone just play a game where the best glitch I ever witnessed took place. Their player transported across the map onto a bonfire during a chase mission and was burned to death. That's how I feel about sometimes when, everybody beams in for the beginning of, let's say, one of these maps, and the Voth teleport down to do whatever they're going to do, and they just get zapped by us. And then Julie says, underground maps, nice idea. The Hollow Earthers waiting for this many years. Well, on Andoria, we could definitely do some underground maps, but that would be fun.
And guess what? There'll be some of the old Andorian phaser rifle, whatever rifles they were using back in Enterprise, the TOS era and the modern era Andorian flavor rifles.
That would be good. Rachel, I'm going to
Exclusive.
go down to the outskirts now.
Exclusive to that area. What do you think?
I'm liking what you're suggesting.
And the same on Vulcan. Same on
Vulcan,
Beijing.
I would like to see Vulcan expanded a little bit more.
That's the whole point. We can see Vulcan as it is good enough. But if you actually add a few more bits and pieces around, a few more bits of lore and, well, some new space docks. Because let's be honest, Starfleet would not have forgotten about Vulcan at this point in the game.
Oops, we got an ad running, so for those of you who have the ad, we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to start this one over here. It's just one of those wait and see ones.
It's just one of those lucky ideas that came to my brain.
I can see a lot of those changes, but I can see turning existing bits of episodes and patrols and stuff into a galactic battle. I'd say the Galaxy at Wars, but I think we've already done that one.
Here's the thing.
For all my Warhammer friends.
Well, you know Starbase 1 has got very generic spawn points?
Yes.
It now has 100 different spawn zones all around the map. There's no... You cannot spawn camp Starbase 1 in the new update if it's going down. So, generically, you can spawn camp them and kill them pretty quickly. If it finds your spawn camping them, it will alter the spawn points automatically.
I like that.
And instead of getting the same amount of ships, you may get swarmed by them instead. Depending on the DPS level of the team, this works on DPS level only, you either get fewer ships on a lower setting or more ships on a higher setting. So you may get more of a fleet turning up at Starbase 1.
Wouldn't you get more fleets at more ships at a lower setting and fewer ships at a higher setting?
No.
Why not?
Works the other way. It makes the TFO harder for the people on the harder level.
Oh, okay. I'm going the other way around. My bad.
Yeah. You don't want the TFO to be impossible for the new, the normal version. The advanced version. Yeah. It will drop some good stuff, but it won't drop, amazing stuff.
Okay.
But the loot will be period of the time. That's the one thing that Star Trek Online needs to figure out, is loot appropriate to that TFO.
Yes. Well, they have loot appropriate to the ARC, but not necessarily to the TFO. And to some extent to the TFO. I mean, ground gets ground loot, space gets space loot.
Yeah, but think about it. Instead of getting, regular phases, you get Discovery era phases. Or flavors of those.
Yes. Ooh.
Like, think about it.
Somebody brought their
Plasma,
Lachi.
Disruptor, Phaser, Assimilated. I'm just naming off a few here. Anti-Proton. Some of these that, could be visually changed to make it more flavor.
Rachel, let's go to the spawn point. Because this thing's going to pop really, really quick at this point. We can camp out for the Dino because he's going to be here in just a moment or two.
Any problems with that idea?
With your idea, other than I think it needs a couple of things figured out for refinement, I think you've got a great idea. Like I said, I think I need to quit my job and do this full time.
Dynamic spawn location. I think that's the one thing they could very easily implement. So no TFO, no one TFO would be the same. The assimilators?
Yeah.
The board cubes and the tactical board cubes? On the normal variant, you get the probes simulators on one board cube.
Mm-hmm.
The hero, the advanced version, you get one assimilator and two board cubes. And on the third variant, you get two tactical cubes, two normal cubes, and one assimilator. So you increase the amount of ships. An infected conduit? Could you imagine people's faces if they saw that fleet?
That would be great. I would like to see Infected Conduit and a few of the other ones kind of up their ante in the game.
Hive Onslaught.
Hive Onslaught is fun as it is. I would like to see it a little more challenging. Even on Elite, it's not as difficult as it could be.
More tactical cubes. More regular cubes. And more simulators and probes.
I can see the Queen's guards. Can you imagine if she had 4 guards?
How about this? A V'ger.
V'ger would be good, or in this case, a Beeger. Hi, WC. How are you doing tonight?
But that's a whole different story for another day, though.
Yes, it is.
Like, I'm just flying around a, Seoul.
So I seem not the only person there. They are. Let's get them. Come on.
But I know some people would enjoy the random nature of certain TFOs. Starbase 1. Both variants. They all spawn in the same location.
That's a complete reworking of that TFO. Not that we couldn't do it.
But that TFO needs a major overhaul in terms of its spawning location. Because, like, it's too predictable.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Like, instead of 1 ball cube, you have to get 3 down simultaneously.
Wow.
So, you know how that 1 ball cube comes in at the end?
Yep. Hang on one second.
In reality...
Hold on one sec. Rachel, did you get the Dino? Okay, good. Yeah, I got it too. I just wanted to make sure you got it. Otherwise, we'd go capture another one.
Don't think
Oh, that was cute.
Mirror Borg would send 1 cube.
So we'd have the Mirror Borg sending a cube. We would have the regular Borg sending a cube. But
Excellent work.
we would need a third one because, as I'm sure you know, Star Trek Online loves
Wait.
3s and 5s.
Okay. So, that Mirror Borg cube, right? You have a choice. You fight alongside our Borg and assist them to destroy the common foe. Or you fight against us with the Mirror Borg and be destroyed. So you basically have effectively a hostile situation at the end.
Excuse me, there's somebody standing over here. Need a
so effectively, your ship gets assimilated by the Mirror Borg.
I would like that.
So instead of you actually gaining all your weapons, you gain a PvE normal, PvE, ship weaponry. So you don't do as much damage. So effectively, you lose control of your weapons.
I like that. I mean, that was kind of fun in this last episode. Rachel, I'm just switching back to my other account because I need to do Wolf 359 or Guillotine.
I'm surprised we haven't had as many people in here tonight.
Yeah, it's been very quiet tonight. Lots of people out there watching. Not as many people in the game. Maybe they're busy in the game today. Let's see. Let's grab Kethza. Not my most maneuverable. Do I want to do her? I'll take Kethka instead. There we go.
But I have been thinking about getting the Norway on my Andorian captain to test it out.
I think it's a great ship.
Because then it will inform my decision, won't it?
Yes, it will. Rachel, would you like to join me for Guillotine or Wolf 359? Okie dokie, let me send you an invitation here. Would anyone else like to join me for either Guillotine or Wolf 359?
If you give me a few seconds, I'll upgrade this. I'll do my usual ship build for this.
Sounds good, and I will turn this back on to having the screen.
The one reason why I was recommending some of these items is because I was just thinking, how many people have actually wanted a dynamic spawn point, enemies?
I think players who are more hardcore than I am would enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it would be really, really cool.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
How are things?
Things are.
Well, I don't know if you've been listening. I don't know if you've been listening to the conversation that me and Darkmom have been having.
No, I've been out of it. I'm hyper-focused on an idea for a game.
Well,
Oh, that's what we were just discussing, an idea for a game. This one.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You had an idea for a different game, though.
Yes, I have an idea for where to go next with the Legend of Zelda.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, let's focus on Star Trek.
Well, Joshua has some fun ideas, but while he's been talking about where he'd go with the game IRL, I was thinking about how to make a fun battle game from existing missions, patrols, TFOs. Thinking more along the lines of Warhammer or D&D, but using existing stuff in game to create a bigger picture. So it would be our own story arc, but using existing materials, so to speak.
Right.
So,
Well, remember what I was saying? I think it was this morning. What if after this current arc, it changes the game fundamentally, like World of Warcraft's Cataclysm did?
yes. I would like to see a major change. Could be fun, but actually, if they were to do that, and again, this comes back to us being cryptic. What if there was a major cataclysm, everything changes, and with that we launch Star Trek Online 2.0?
Right.
But I know there's been some thingy about that, because do they get their gear from the first game into the second one, or do they have to pay for all that stuff again?
It wouldn't be a new entity. It would be a complete overhaul and continuation of the same servers.
Okay, I'm ready for invite when ready.
Okie doke. Id, do you want to join us?
Sure. Let me get in game.
No problem.
So what do you think?
Just spitballing here. Think of it like the shift in reality during yesterday's Enterprise.
Yeah. So how would you feel about dynamic spawn points in Starbase 1?
That was directed at you, not towards me. We've already had our discussion, Ed.
Enlighten me more on it.
You know how Starbase 1 has very campable areas in the game? Now that gets removed. Effectively, instead of having a campable area, it has a dynamic effect. So if you start spawn camping certain areas, it will adjust the spawn locations. So if the game detects you're in the same area for too long, in a certain area, it won't spawn ships there.
Good evening, Jack Wonder. How are you tonight?
I mean, it sounds interesting, but they don't have the tech for that yet. That level kind of adaptive coding would be like untangling a Gordian knot and reassembling it. But I like it. But if you look at Picard Season 3, how long was that barrage on Earth's space dock?
I know, right?
Right? If shielding was like that at Starbase 1, nothing could take it down. Except for maybe a Q. or someone on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
What's the game plan today? And what was the whole deal with the servers, pardon my wording here, but shitting the bed earlier?
I have no clue. I was chit-chatting with Dante at work because, reasons. And
Like you do.
Like you do, yeah, exactly, like you do. And I'd gotten a notification from Cryptic about 2 minutes before that going, hey, violation of terms of service. Took us a long time to figure that one out. So I went online to figure out what was going on. This was like 1:30, and the whole thing had crashed. And for 6 minutes, nothing. I was just going, server's not available, server's not available. And then something came up on Twitter a couple moments later going, hey, we don't know what's going on. We'll be back as quick as we can. They blamed Borg nanites, but we know it probably was chewing gum.
They forgot to feed the hamsters.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, they forgot to pay their internet bill.
Yep, you know how that goes. It happens to the best of us. But anyway, an hour later, it was back up and running. Some birds flew over. Thank you, Rachel. There was snow in the dish?
Solar flare?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, having to chat with people on the side here as well. All right, does anyone have a preference between 359 and Guillotine?
I'd prefer Wolf 359 over Guillotine due to the fact that I'm not in a powerful ship.
359 it is? Okay.
Weewoo?
Weewoo?
Mm-hmm.
So this did bork on us last night. Just a random team for 359. But it never allowed us to to attempt to finish off the cube. It just let us keep running and running and running, hitting the hard points. So we're getting close to 200 hard points when we all were like, hey, there's something wrong here. And by the way, the dipshits from Chicago are now the dipships from Chicago. So if anybody's got a clever way of phrasing that, let me know. We thought about the dipsticks, the dipsnits, all the ways we could get around it, but...
The deep dish?
No. We are definitely not the deep dish. The deep dish is a crime against God and man. I'm sorry, but deep dish pizza is abysmal. Detroit-style pizza, most excellent. Deep dish,
yeah, tavern style? Love tavern style.
I don't know what tavern style is. What's tavern style?
Tavern style is thin crust and cross-hatched.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so totally
It's also known as a party cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true Chicago pizza.
Yeah, that's what it should be, not this bread stuff.
Yeah, deep dish is the love child of Sicilian style and Satan's asshole.
Okay, so Detroit style is a fairly thick dough in a relatively small pan that's been well greased, and you make sure that there's a fairly thick cheese layer on the edges. So the cheese melts, runs down the side, and you get what's basically a fried pizza. Oh, Jack, let us get this done, and I will take you up on that. And we got 15 seconds here. So, Jack has redeemed Mom Hydration for 5,000 GPL, which tonight is Peach Pear LaCroix. And I can only take one sip of it because I must go kill Borg, and then I will be done. So my thought had been on this, and that everybody takes one side and one person takes the top, and you are responsible for your side and your escape pods. I don't know if that would work, but it might. It would keep us from flying around the thing all the time. Edarta's Dilithium Dipsticks Incorporated.
Oh, baby.
Well, we do have a new fleet here, an old fleet that's been renamed. SWC is now Gerhard Prime.
has prepared us for all possible courses of action.
Like, if this bug cube really want to destroy me, why has it done it already?
Master Beta, move in. Remember, the Enterprise is on its way. Attention all hands. This is the Hood. We're moving to attack speed now.
Very interesting. There we go.
First time flying this ship.
Which one are you flying?
I'm flying the Fleet Norway.
I'm in the... Oh, well, there you go. That's appropriate. I'm in a Stargazer. Edartis dilithium
Well,
dipsticks. That's pretty good, though. Might have to create a new fleet just to use that name.
Well, you could also use Chicago Pizza.
No. Nope. Chicago Pizza, no. Not for a fleet name.
You may get a food violation on.
It is actually, that's not true. Many Chicago pizzas are quite delicious. This isn't one of them. Fine, nobody's going to go get that one over there. I'll go get it.
I'm taking care of the probes up top, so I've got my own problems.
Somebody's not doing the escape pods over here.
You know what I really love? This, this ambassador with 3 nacelles.
Mm-hmm.
I really want that in game.
Isn't it in game already?
No. You know why I want it in game?
Because you
Just so I could. I'd love to fly it. It looks like a fun ship to fly.
I hate these tractors.
I love them.
They're holding me in place. I have pods to rescue if you don't mind.
All hands, this is Dino. The board is in its coordinates. Send assistance at once.
Trying to split the difference in these two here and get them both. I've got the Kyushu and Mjolnir. So at this time, folks, both Frost and I are going to be at the DNI Con in Philadelphia in April. So if you're going to be there, come visit us. We're going to have a booth.
Wait, you have a booth?
Yeah.
What?
For
They're not a booth in about 3 years, so what's the change?
no, we had a booth in
I kind
at.
of want to go. I just don't think it's in the budget.
Yeah, I understand. No, we do a booth every year at something. Last year, no, not last year. Year before we did Vegas. Last year we did Starbase Indy. We were going to do DNI Con, but my husband passed away just before that, so I couldn't do it for obvious reasons. I'm pretty heartless, but I'm not that heartless.
You could be.
I could be, yeah. But who's going to watch the dogs?
Who's this Nebula?
Character or ship?
Yeah, who's in the Nebula? Who's in the Nebula?
What name's on it?
Eureka.
Eureka. I don't think it's one of us.
The Enterprise is still approaching.
It's got anti-proton weapons.
Time with the parlay. Look cutest of all. This is Admiral Kent.
Well, I've got AP weapons on the ship, but
Surrender. Discussion is irrelevant. There are no
But I know you wouldn't fly all the way up here just to do some.
nope,
bulk
I'm over here on
killing.
the side. I'm working on rescue pods.
will be moving in assimilating your culture and technology.
Are we only 4 people here?
No, there's 5 of us. There's one stranger in here, which is Kendra.
One spear down.
Yep, Kendra. And they've been more than a nuisance.
Well, they're not in chat with us. They don't know what our approach is.
This Norway has good hull regen.
Well, it's your ship. It's just with the skin of a different ship on it.
Yeah.
So this isn't a good excuse for testing out ships.
That's the last of the spear.
Whoop! Sorry about that.
I'm doing a good job of surviving, though.
See if we can get it
Everyone
down.
have some healing there for you.
Thank you.
I'll contact the Enterprise.
So I did the omega particle scanning today for
Yes.
my progression,
Fight does not go
Yes.
well.
and it was down. One of them was down on Starfleet Academy,
Yes.
and all of the omega particles were spawning under the bridges over the water,
Yeah.
and you couldn't scan them.
It's because that's from the map when you could scan them under the bridges.
Yep.
But then they changed the map and just wait like
Didn't
6
change
minutes.
the pathing of the
Yeah.
of the spawning.
So you can just wait a few minutes and then they'll reset to a different location. But yes, you used to be able. Remember in the good old days when you could go under the bridges?
Yep.
That was then. This is now. They forgot to switch that.
Nicely done. Thankfully, we have.
All right. How did we do? 23 out of 24 assimilation probes, 69 out of 72, and hardpoints 92 out of 50. We're still way too focused on hardpoints and not focused enough on the other two objectives. But you can't win them all.
My solo job was defend the top,
Yep.
which had extra stuff to do.
So yeah, if you're standing up there, then you should be working on the two functions up there. The ones on the side should be doing attacking hardpoints and picking up escape pods.
Mm-hmm.
So getting back to I love all pizza, Rachel. No, I am sorry, but Chicago deep dish is just blech, too bready and tends to be undercooked. And then we get to the German Pflaumkuchen, which Ed and I had a lovely chat about once because at Christmas I said, "Oh, Ed, I had some Pflaumkuchen." He goes, "I love that with the plums and the streusel topping." I'm like, "No, with the creme fraiche and the onions." "Oh, Pflaumkuchen." I said, "That's what I said." He said, "No, you said Pflaumkuchen." "Yeah, Pflaumkuchen."
Well, you're gonna like the name of this Norway class.
Which is?
The USS Polly N.E. I'll just...
Type it out.
you're in the
someplace.
Gagarin, aren't you?
I am in the Gagarin.
I'll just type it you in game chat.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Dutch babies?
Yes, I am.
How
We're
about a
talking the
pizza like
pancakey.
that? Yeah.
That really light, airy thing. That could be interesting. Polynesian. That's Polynesian.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
What do you think of the name?
It's a great name. Very good. Excellent
That's
name.
random.
I'll take it. That's an excellent random one. Anyway, so for Jack Wonder, here we go. And you can hear it. Opening a brand new one just for you, Jack. Trying not to burp after all that. That was delicious. Thank you, Jack. I definitely needed that. All right, that was fun. That was fun. Well, I guess that's it for the day. We'll all go home now. No, joking. Does anybody have any stuff they need to do or want to do? You guys are so quiet tonight.
Sorry, wife aggro. She brought me food.
Oh, so nice. Rachel has to
Well.
kill 10 Tholian ships. Rachel, would you like to grab the ship that you want to use, and we could go do an Azure Nebula? We haven't done that in for a long time.
Hydration tonight is a Fresca citrus, a grapefruit citrus.
Isn't all Fresca grapefruit citrus?
No, there's multiple.
Are there really?
I think there's like 3 or 4 Fresca flavors now.
Oh, I grew up on Fresca citrus grapefruit, which I didn't like then, and now I'd probably adore.
Why is there escape pods on the nacelles?
That's a really bad idea in my opinion, but okay.
I'll take a note.
Okay,
This
so grapefruit citrus is the original.
Mm-hmm.
Black citrus, black cherry citrus,
Oh, that could be delicious.
peach citrus, blackberry citrus.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, those are the.
Hang on a second. So the thing with Fresca, if I remember correctly, it used to have artificial sweeteners. Oh, they really have changed their product.
Yep.
It's completely
go-
different. Oh, they sell it at Meijer and Walmart. I could actually get it here.
I'd post it in.
And they sell it at Kroger. Holy moly, I can walk around the corner and get it.
I'll post it in ship build off
Okay. Hang on a
of
second.
the top down view of the Norway.
So Fresca now around the corner. All they've got is the original one. Let's see though. Oh yeah, it's 0 sugar. That's the reason I don't drink it. Give me sugar, please. Please give me sugar. Because
about-
aspartame makes me sick.
How about a Bloody Mary?
For a ship name? It's fine for a
No,
ship name.
drink. As long as it's V8 and not Clamato, I'm fine.
No. They're both disgusting. They have tomatoes in them. Ugh. WC says if the nacelles are big enough for internal monitoring like the Galaxy class, then escape pods for crew in that location makes sense. It depends.
Have a look at the picture I posted in Discord.
Okay.
We're at lounge.
Ship build off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying that the escape pods are on the nacelles and that?
You see the 4 round circles?
Oh, are those the escape pods?
I'm not sure what they are.
I don't know.
But I know it's got sovereign style escape pods on the saucer. But what the hell are those?
Those could be drone bays.
That could be.
Those could be worker bee and kit drone access points.
Yeah. This is the first time I've actually looked at the Norway class. So, yeah.
Okay, so in the nacelle, the nacelles convert the explosive discharge photons of the matter-antimatter combination into usable energy. So the question that I have is, how much related radiation would occur? I mean, could people be stationed within that area?
Where's this at?
I'm just discussing, I looked up, what happens in a nacelle. Is there is there a fair amount of radiation that occurs? If there is, would we have people stationed in there that would need to escape on a regular basis? I mean, would anybody be assigned there?
Assigned to work, maybe for a short period, like through the Jeffries tubes and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they'd be in there long term just because.
But there are ships that the nacelles are adjacent to the secondary hulls,
Mm-hmm.
and as we see in lower decks, the Bassard collectors glow into the room.
Yes.
So I think the shielding is good enough between the two that they wouldn't be affected.
Yeah, so that was my reason for thinking they wouldn't put them there regardless of the ship size, is because if you are generating a fair amount of radiation, you wouldn't want to stick your people there, would you?
Why not? Seems like
No, we have a frost.
We have a Frost.
Fun.
Hi, Frost.
Hello.
How are you?
I am trying to figure out why certain people exist.
Oh, yeah, that's always a good question, in my opinion.
I think Frost should join us on an Azure Nebula.
Yes, we're going to do an Azure Nebula. Do you want to join us, Frost?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
See, when a mommy frost and a daddy frost really love each other.
See, I don't have parents. I just appear.
Oh boy, that's even more scary.
I have a few friends of mine that insist on the animated candle. They're quite adamant about it, which I find is the most humorous part. Oh, I'm in the Azure Nebula.
Well, we'll make it official here in just a moment.
You're not an animated candle. You're a greater candle.
That's true.
But tish.
We
Weeble?
will.
Gotta start somewhere.
Rachel needs 10 Tholians. I don't think that's a big issue.
Couldn't she come to that one system
What she can do with
in
the
Romulan space?
There's a couple. Well, yeah, there's one in Romulan space, but, you know, this is much more fun to go at it as a team.
What
and
is she
have
gonna
some
do with the Tholians? She gonna take them out to brunch?
fun. Yeah, she's going to take them out.
I heard a rumor that one of Frost's tunes dates a Tholian.
Really?
No, Rawl has a pet Tholian. It's completely different.
I heard it dates it.
Huh?
I heard it takes it out for lunch every Monday at Quark.
You shut your mouth.
So, getting back to the discussion about escape pods, if you guys remember First Contact when they get into the escape pods and they're basically right there around the periphery of the main saucer section.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people are not traveling far for where the majority of people are, but I don't remember seeing them launch anything from the nacelles. And I've got the cutout of the ship, but it is downstairs. And I'm not going to run downstairs in the middle of the show.
Over here.
There's a 5 over
There's
here.
a 5 over here.
There's a 3 over there. I'm gonna go for the 3.
Do you like threesomes?
Not going there. I'll take out this tarantula.
Rather silly thing they would say.
They didn't put much defense into that one.
No. Nope.
And I think they need to increase the defensive rating of some of these ships.
Yeah, we could have actually done this on Elite, I'd bet. Just put us on Advanced.
Now you get to look at it from in-game perspective.
So I wonder what the fail criteria are for this.
The optionals become a requirement.
But the optionals we do all the time on everything. The optionals aren't difficult.
I don't think there's any fail criteria. Maybe the death of everyone may have a plot to it.
Well,
but I'm not
sometimes
sure.
on the Elites they don't tell you what the fail criteria are until you fail. Like Zenkethi Front, the fail criteria is not getting 10 dreadnoughts. But you don't know that till you fail to get the 10, and that's when you're like, oh, you could have mentioned that.
Like during a gauntlet.
What's the...
No, you guys should stick at the ones.
Oh,
that
yeah, you're right. It
at.
is Dranor Gauntlet that I'm thinking of.
You stick at the ones that you're at. You don't need to come rescue me. I'm more than capable on my own. You just hang out in the ones we're at.
There's
We were
this
trying-
one it's a bit more interesting because there's 4 platforms and there's 5 players, so
You keep someone in the middle.
Yeah.
yep.
But if I don't move, then as soon as they show up here, it's fine.
Fine, I'll go over here then. Remember, there will be the ones in the middle first. So, for example, Rachel, who needs to kill ships, can take the ones in the middle just for snicks.
And I got my little mini armada.
Oh,
here.
Rachel's already back here. Fine, Rachel, I'll go someplace else. Oh, she was done on the first volley. Pfft. I'll just stand here and wait. See who needs me. So I can come along and help. Go pew pew pew.
I use my photonic fleet as a helper.
Oh, yeah. So the optionals are free 7 points worth of ships quickly.
A Talis warbird is escaping. Warbird is escaping.
Well, considering the fact that needs to get upped, in my opinion.
Yeah. I just like the fact that they put in free the ships quickly. Well, yes, we have 2 minutes to do them, or 6 minutes, or whatever. I'll just stay here and look pretty. Unless we get a 5.
Spiderbane is the accolade I just got.
Oh! How many is that? 100 ships? 1,000?
More
Oh.
than one.
You are very talented at
That's
sitting there and looking pretty
200.
mum.
It's 200.
200 ships. If you're wondering, Spider Smasher is 100 ships.
So what's 1,000?
I'm not sure.
The Tholians have contracts out on you.
Tholian's most wanted.
Could be.
This guy,
I think we'll be on the Tholians wanted list if we keep destroying them.
They got their own little podcast.
I have to go back and do some of these.
Got a 3 going here.
Kill accolades. Tholians. Whatever it is for 1,000, I haven't gotten it yet. It's not showing up there.
I'll check back on my main after this for you. I think I've destroyed 1,000 of them.
I would hope one of my
Times
tunes
out.
has done 1,000. Probably not this one. Do you need help up there, Ed? Are you good?
Nope, I'm good.
I figured as much. Anybody know what 1,000 Tholians is? Actually, I've got Fluffy's accolades. I can go look when we're done here.
I know 2 people who would definitely know the answer to that question.
Oh, Fluffy would.
Board King and Musin.
Musin would, yes. Musin was on this morning, but he's not here at the moment.
He's here in spirit.
Always. Oh goodness, we still have 6 minutes of this. Maybe I'll hit my 1,000 by then.
If you want to come out and shoot up some stuff, you're more than welcome to.
I'm shooting a whole bunch here in the middle, just having some fun. Me and the Lisette.
You and the Lisette.
The Lisette is with me. Alright, well, while I'm waiting for that to turn into something interesting. Boy, can you tell I do this way too often? Fluffy's accolades is one of my default settings here. Fluffy's accolades.
I don't know which variant of the the Valdres, the 25th century version, or the regular Norway, which one I'd use if I ever got it. Because they both look damn interesting. It's just a matter of figuring out which one I want. If I ever got the ship.
Okay, Thelian kills. Chipped is 100. It is shattered for 1,000 Tholians. Smashed for 500. And then for the lower counts, we have Spider Slicer for 20, Spider Smasher for 100, Spider's Bane for 200. But then we run out of really good names when we get above that level. Grumble, 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 grumble.
You know what they should have? 2,000, 5,000, and 10,000.
Well, now we can, sure.
Like, that's something they need to add is more accolade type
That's true.
stuff.
I love getting the accolades.
And 10,000.
Right, it's like the story missions. We are not getting any accolades for like reading the lore panels and stuff anymore.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
They need to update the photonic fleet stuff. They still got the old model for the Sovereign.
Hey, it's photonic. Don't complain when somebody just comes in to help you.
They don't have a return on investment of doing that, and if it ain't broke, and even if it is broke, they're not going to fix it.
Hey, that's all the more reason. We're only shy $249 million. I think that gives us an ample room to look at equipment upgrades. I have not checked my lottery ticket from the other day, though. So it's possible we have 173 million of that. But I didn't buy a ticket tonight, so... Clearly, I'm not serious about it.
I'm just not dedicated at all.
Yeah, I know.
A Hapax warbird is escaping.
Yay!
I asked the same, the same question to Endeavor's Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I got a very different answer.
For which question?
The Norway or the Terra Monitor class.
Well, so, people are allowed to be wrong.
So, the way Endeavor put it, they're both good
This
ships.
warbird is escaping.
Yes.
It's just a matter of the build type you want to play.
But that's always the case.
These Valkyries do look good. Why does it look like they've got the Alliance theme on them?
I have
To
no idea.
make you ask questions. I'm sure that's the entire reason. Do. Ooh. Yes, Recluse is having a very bad day.
This is another mission that probably could use a bit of a reworking, because it's long. Once you get your 14 points, you're just here for a long time.
That's right. Another Delan Warbird.
Let's see what we got for points. We've got 5, 12, 17, 25, 33 points so far.
Falchion's about to release.
Yeah, we don't have time to kill it.
A Falchion dreadnought is escaping.
Yay! So that's, 38 points altogether? Not bad.
Delan warbird is escaping.
Ooh! 40 points.
I am quite impressed with your fleet. The Tholians are abandoning their bases and taking the remaining ships.
What bases?
We completed 2 optional objectives for an additional 20 marks, so total marks earned was 95. Yay!
How long you're in there is not worth it.
No. Uh-oh, okay, so, Who Cares says, Fridge Horror, starships need porta potties when being built before they're replaced by that one toilet that exists in that one brig cell. Yes. There are no toilets on any of the starships,
Yes, there is.
You just gotta
except for
hold
the
it.
one in the brig.
No, there's the brig.
Yes.
There's the head on the bridge
But only in some ships.
that we see.
Yes. Now, let's...
According to blueprints, there's one in main engineering.
Oh, okay, so we have 3 for a crew of 1,400. That should be interesting.
If you go by the blueprints that are released in technical manuals,
Yes?
there are hundreds of them on
Oh,
that
thank
ship.
goodness.
Yeah. But here's the thing. At some point, we can replace all of those with transporters.
At some point.
And transport the people where?
No,
Transport
not-
the waste.
Transport
waste.
Site to site transport the waste automatically to the food replicator's storage bank.
That's a valid use. I mean, astronauts recycle 96% of materials used on the ISS. That includes water, that includes waste, that includes a lot of
Isn't that going to be deorbited in a few years?
Yeah.
2030 is when it's supposed to, but
Yep.
they're expecting that it may go beyond its operating lifetime to potentially 2036 up to 2038.
I thought they were going to try and deorbit it earlier.
No.
It would be vastly more expensive to deorbit at this point.
They've been talking about it, but I think they've been talking about it to see where the cost effectiveness is if they take it down earlier and what they're replacing it with, if they replace it with anything.
The initial deorbit was 2004. Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah, but with the Russia not playing ball currently, anything's not set in stone, because it would take everybody to agree on when to bring it down.
Yeah. Tim Higgins says the comm badges help transport your poop to the recyclers. Thank you. I'm done here. No, I do not want the toilet next to where I have to work. Ugh. Somebody's had a particularly nasty taco lunch. The entire bridge. Oh, reeks.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, but you double tap your comm badge and it runs a bio-waste extraction.
Yeah.
Or you get an implant that transports everything that's in your colon.
Well, we know they can take lungs out and transplant them that way as long as you never, ever move, but they can do it with babies. So I suppose...
If you are emergency beamed out as an infant, are you born or just cloned?
No, that would be born. In my opinion, that would be born. Because you're not duplicated from, well, technically you are duplicated from yourself, but we've gone into that discussion about are you dead and reborn every time you use a transporter. So aside from that question, you still wouldn't be cloned.
Well, think of, so we see in Children of Mars, the short trek for that's prequel to Picard Season 1. Students are still using shuttlecraft to get to school.
Yeah.
So there may be a certain age limit that students that people are not subjected to transporters because it could damage their brains.
That's interested.
You and your thinking. How dare you?
That's probably why every chair on the ships are bolted to the deck. Multi-purpose seats, yes. But personally, I think because it's when they do the everybody go to the left, everybody go to the right thing, they don't want the chairs going to the left and the right, just the people.
I think after season 3 of Picard, I think no person under the age of a certain age will be allowed to use transporters until after that point.
Yeah, there's going to be some reevaluation of routine use of transporters. Since we are still teamed, would anybody like to just hit a random TFO?
So, what's the earliest you can get into Starfleet Academy? 15?
18.
No, because they do have the Wunder kids in there at a time. So let's say it's probably 15.
Right. So up until the age of 15,
But
youth are restricted from transporter use.
There's a Theseus ship paradox.
that means they're shipbound.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. Let's see. Chuli says the people are information in the transporter buffer. They have SHA 256. I don't know what that means. SHA 256. Yes. What do you need, dear?
It's a form of encryption.
Okay. Well, boy, jokes that I don't even understand. No, we are not going out for a little bit. We went out an hour ago. Hour and a half ago. Yes, we did, and we went all the way across the street. It's getting slightly warmer and the dogs are doing that, but we need to go out now. No, we don't. Half an hour.
I got invited to do a PvP guild.
Ooh.
Now, transporter buffers might be advanced enough to say in the 32nd century where instead of life pods, everybody is beamed into the buffers and into the black box.
That's interesting.
Think about it.
Would you even know, though?
With the development of
Transporter
quantum
tech.
superposition, though, it's far more likely that we're talking about a translocation, not transportation.
Yeah.
Where you're actually taking the very real.
Of course, by the time we get to the 32nd century, transwarp beaming could be a thing, and the black box,
or
send
if
your data to the nearest space station.
If you're going to go with the Kelvin timeline, it can already happen.
Well,
That's
it
true.
could happen here, but Section 31 buried Scotty's research.
Getting back to this planet,
They intentionally hid data as well.
Would anyone like to do a random TFO?
Yes.
I need to leave the team because I need to do my dailies.
Oh, which dailies do you need to do?
Just the event.
You want 356 or guillotine? We're already teamed. We can do it.
Well, it won't let me do it.
Why not?
It's grayed out.
I need 3 Borg
was gonna do
TFOs and
Guillotine counts
5
as a
Terran
Borg TFO.
ships.
Guillotine counts as a Borg TFO. I know because I did it.
Does it now? It didn't before.
Well, I got the credit for it yesterday.
Okay, well,
when I did it.
let's see if guillotine works.
Wee woo.
We will?
We woo.
Okay.
We in the woo.
Let's see, what's 14 hours? Oh, great. If they're patching tomorrow, my cooldown will be done right in the middle of the patch. Thank you.
That's terrible.
But prime timeline, Section 31 buries Scotty's transwarp beaming research.
Beaming
they
research?
kind-
We don't have any beaming research information.
Right?
From the Kelvin timeline.
But they kind of bury Genesis.
Yeah.
What else do they've buried? They tried to bury the genetic modifications to the changelings.
John Luck Pickard in San Francisco.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
And Mark Twain's interaction with them.
Oh, goodness. Frost, we should all dress as Mark Twain for the convention.
No, we're not going to do that.
Most definitely you should.
Okay, well, let's.
It's an easier costume than the ones I'm working on. Boy, this is laggy. Not like rubber band laggy, but like laggy.
Right? They go about and bury the spore drive.
Oh, that's fine.
I hated the whole idea of a sport drive.
That's because you're smart. And you're reasonable. Even if we disagree on allele frequencies.
You're still wrong.
I completely understand, but within universe, they say it's a failed experiment.
Yes,
Like
it
how,
is.
Like how quantum the transwarp engine of the Excelsior was considered a failed experiment when it really wasn't.
When they just forgot to install the batteries.
And batteries were going to be installed, but they weren't going to get there till Tuesday.
That's right.
Well, in reality, the cross-field spore drive worked due to the fact of stamina.
Reality, Star Trek, we're not talking about the same thing.
In the story,
Canonically speaking.
yes.
In the story, to get it to work, they either had to torture a creature or allow genetic splicing, and their laws wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, I've always been confused by that. I mean, eugenics was one of those things that was really popular towards the end of the 19th century, and then it just never really fell out of fashion because it's still done today. It's reckless with it.
I'm going to 6.
I'm aiming for 3.
I'm already at 6. Find your own.
Fine, I'll go to 1.
I'll stick in the middle.
Okay.
Ow! He bit me. I'm gonna need a tetanus shot after this.
I'll get over to 4.
Projecting shield now. Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now.
I don't think you understand what that word means.
Stitching anchor deployed. Projecting shield now.
So we find out in Deep Space Nine, was it Dr. Bashir, I presume?
Mm-hmm.
When they're trying to use him as the template for the new EMH, that he's genetically altered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again, as that is pre first contact.
Yeah.
The whole stigma of him being found out and everything changes after first contact, which then leads number 1 to expose herself in
Crap!
New Worlds,
Yeah.
and changes the mindset of the Federation to be more accepting on a case-to-case basis by setting the precedents then.
Stitching anchor on.
I'm starting 5.
Okay, 3's gone. Taken out in the simulator.
Everything looks rainbow.
Everything's coming up rainbows for Borg and for you.
Stitching anchor 4 is now fully shielded. Stitching anchor deployed.
I'm working on these simulators here.
Shield now.
The reason why I was looking at the Norway is it's a small ship for leveling.
I like
You
the
know, in reality terms.
I like the Norway for general reasons. I just find it's a really nice little ship.
Why don't you fly it?
Same reason I don't fly a lot of ships.
You don't have the time or
I don't have the
effort to do
time.
it.
A Borg assimilator has
You should have a separate person just to build all your ships for you.
No, I need a separate person to make money. So I don't have to deal with working.
of a fleeing Borg assimilator.
And unfortunately, I'm still wrapping up a massive project that's in year 3.
Year 3? Wait,
Yeah,
what?
let's say,
You ever see the movie Multiplicity?
yeah.
Guy creates a clone to make his life easier, and then that clone continues to make a clone to make his
Yep.
life easier, and there's diminishing returns.
Oh yeah.
They are Borg, as though you didn't pick up on that the first 40 times I said it. They'd really like you to understand that's what they feel now.
Resistance is futile.
I think they know what the word
Has
is.
anyone thought about it this way? That the Ethereans could just be a variant of the Borg?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's been discussed. I don't think that's it.
Yeah,
But yes, that was our conversation last night?
yeah.
The other night
I'm
when we were
getting
chatting.
Puppet Master vibes for them.
Or are they just an alternate version of the Iconians?
That's been discussed too. Did we get all these simulators out?
Yeah, we got all of them. 0 escape.
Cool.
I think the assimilator's been overused a little bit in Star Trek. They need to reduce it down and add more variants of Borg ships back into the TFOs because it's getting pretty boring. Keep finding these assimilators. What do you guys think?
Well, it's just a replacement for the Borg cube. So we had the cube, now we've just got the tactical cube and the assimilator and spheres and probes.
Why can't they just have the Borg cube back?
Do you think those cubes were under warranty? Because if we're only hurting insurance people, I don't mind so much.
I don't know that I need the cubes back as a replacement for the assimilators. If you want to add them with the assimilators, that would be a different story.
It's to, supplement the assimilators and the tactical cube.
Yeah, if you want to supplement cubes with assimilators, cool.
Why don't we get any...
There it is. It took a minute, because we're having lag issues today.
I'll be right back.
How did we do? 110 marks.
We got everything we need to. Well played, everybody. Well played.
We know what we're doing.
Yay! I think Id said he had another Borgish thing he had to do.
He had 3 Borg TFOs.
3 Borg TFOs. So we'll help him with the last 2 here once he gets back. However, I need to check something really quick here.
I must say, the Norway is a very maneuverable ship. At low speeds, this thing's really maneuverable.
Might change to a different character.
Okay. No worries. Let me know when you're back and I'll invite you.
I appreciate it. Okay.
If anybody needs to run dinos, we're going to probably run those again tomorrow. It went pretty quick today.
Diogenes. Okay, I'm back at Shia.
Okay. Hi there, little one. Okay, not so little one. Big, fat, fluffy one.
I wasn't planning on doing too many TFOs with this character, but there we go.
You want to switch?
I think it's just the fact of, doing all that working on Isomax has burnt myself out a little bit on doing all that.
Come here. I'm your evil child.
That's why I'm only doing the minimum at the moment.
Well, this isn't doing anything for grinding. It's just us having fun.
Yeah. Definitely, this ship has definitely given me an insight of what the Norway is like. A very powerful little ship.
Are you
I
troll?
do like it. If I can quote Worf, little.
Yes, very low.
They said that about the Defiant.
Yes. Yes, he did. Let me know when you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. You said
Not
you
a lot
had,
of detail.
you had
Go
a
ahead.
total of 3 Borgies you had to do?
Yes, I need to do 3 Borg TFOs.
Did
and
that one
last-
count?
no.
Okay, I didn't think it counted. It counts for Borg. It doesn't count for Borg TFOs yet. It will eventually. I know Wolf 359 doesn't count. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, I know what's going on here. Yep, wrong one. Wrong button.
Yeah, not to go into great details, something ruptured and had to go take care of it.
No worries.
That sounds messy.
It was small, so...
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we'll go and...
We will?
We will. Boy, you wee-wooed before I wee-wooed.
And isn't that the entire point?
No, it means there's a bit of lag going on because I actually have really good internet here.
Yep.
But when it's wee-wooey enough that he gets it and can say it before I even see it, something's up.
Indianapolis is one of the main hubs in the entire country.
Is it really?
It has fantastic internet throughput there.
Well, where I'm moving is not as good as I've got here, but it's okay. That's not true. It's slightly better than I've got here, but only fractionally. But I've got fiber here, and I don't have it there, so it's going to be interesting.
So, my region is starting to highly be influenced by Elon Musk.
Yes.
Because, his SpaceX is out on Boca Chica.
Ah.
We have been seeing a bunch of cyber trucks rolling through town.
Really?
Yep.
Well, of course. I'm disappointed they got rid of the ATVs that used to come with them.
We will add your technological empire.
This ship is not a tank, so.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data.
I'll go right.
I'm going right.
The nanite probe will repair the transformer. Stop now.
I suppose there's no reason for me to go right, but okay, I went right. Pew pew, I helped.
I'm no Augie, but I can't handle this.
Clearly. That's okay, I'll just shoot these probes in the butt while they're not paying attention to me. Woo! That went fast.
Excuse me.
Certainly.
Because Star Trek dropped the ball and decided to give individualization to certain people in the
Weebu?
Weebu?
yet.
India.
Here. So yeah, because Star Trek dropped the ball and gave individualization to certain members of the Borg species.
Yes.
You'd imagine they'd have to have a boardroom meeting. At some point.
Yes.
Can you imagine how depressing those meetings have to be?
Oh, did you
Like,
say
we've been unopposed for 3,500 years, and we keep losing to the Federation.
Did you say a boardroom meeting?
Boardroom, but yeah, same difference.
I think we need a boardroom in this game.
We have one at the fleet base.
Actually, at every fleet base you should have one. Which fleet is this? We need to work on that on this fleet base.
I've actually got a seating chart somewhere where it's like...
We used to have our officers' meetings up at our fleet star base, which I took very seriously back in the day.
Only fools dream of victory.
She's laughing. At least she's in a good mood when she's dying.
She's not dead yet. Soon.
Ah! Bad! Ow! Hugging warp cores is bad.
Do you want my great space balls thing, or whatever it's called, fiery balls? Fiery space balls? Ooh, I died too. That's not good. Oh, that's right.
Warp cores is bad.
Yeah, I forgot. This isn't my tank. Oops. I completely forgot this isn't the tank. I do like the fact their debris now flies around a lot more interestingly.
Ow. That hurt.
Anybody got a sub nuke? Josh, were you going to drop that on the Borg lady?
What?
Do you have a sub nuke?
I don't have that on this character.
The subnucleonic beam is part of every science character.
Yeah.
I don't have that ship.
It's not a ship, it's part of your character.
It comes with a science officer.
Yeah. It's okay. I got blown up, but I had a doodly-doo for her. Vulnerability assessment sweep. Does a fairly good job.
How did I blow up?
You got too near the lady.
Darn it, I didn't have the ability to get out of the way. It just blew up.
She's like that. She's definitely like that. I want to see if I took any damage on that. Oh, I did. There we go. That's all nice and fixed. One more.
Yep.
That one. Wee woo.
We were.
Still loading.
Wee woo.
I'm gonna be AFK. I need to go and do something urgently.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna AFK the TFO slightly until I get back.
No. Okay. Make sure you get at least one PPU before when you get back, so you don't get an AFK penalty.
I'll just fire at Will after the briefing.
Okay. I'm not too worried that we can't take him out.
Hey, at least I'm warning you guys.
Yeah, we'll appreciate it.
After the cube, I'll go right.
Okay. Von Marcus, good evening to you, sir. Frost, you gonna go right or left?
I was gonna go right.
Okay, so you two are going right. Rachel and I will go left.
I'll take the right transformer on the right.
Awesome.
We are the Borg.
They're headed for the time. Stop them.
Be right back.
Okie doke.
Yep.
Ow. You said you're going on the right side?
Yep.
You guys are going right, we're going left. Rachel, I got the probes, and I will take the right side. Von Marcus says, I'd have been right here right when I noticed you streaming, but I'm back up in another friend's stream Monday night. Sweet! we're always happy to have you here, but we're always happy when you got other friends and you're doing other stuff. Because, that's cool.
Okay.
We are not the only show in town. We know that. Hey, let go. I'll get the probes.
So we almost had a chance of seeing Savick in TNG.
Really?
She was originally supposed to be a crew member on the Bozeman.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yep. But they couldn't get her. They couldn't get Christy Alley.
That would have been really interesting.
They were trying to plan it as a little reunion. So, Kelsey Grammer and
that would have been
Christy
really
Alley.
Cute.
Okay.
Why did I
Gates
just
done.
stop? What's going on?
Don't know.
Okay. That was weird.
Okay. This side's clear.
Just about done here. Taking out some of these probes. And gateway's half down.
Want me to come over and help?
Nah, we're at 40%, 30%, 20%, 10%. They're all gone. Oh, except 2 probes. But somebody took care of the probes.
That was not me. Not at
That's
all.
not you.
I was not there at all. I have an alibi. Wedge shields. Run away.
That's a really interesting effect. Be interesting if the Veldor actually fought back and not just stood there. But it doesn't matter. That one went very nicely. Oh, Von Marcus says, oh, and I finally got all the weapons I needed for my build crafted. Now to save up to upgrade them all. Yeah, Joshua was talking about that earlier. But yes, that did go extremely well. Well, as you guys might have heard, the doggos have explained to me that it is indeed time for our last walk of the evening. And they've just come back in to remind me of that. You are getting either very fluffy or very fat. I think it's all fluff. There's not a lot of fat under there, but there's some. Anyway, I am going to get the heck out of here and deal with my children. So you all have a wonderful night. Great timing there, Joshua. We finished up. I hope you got didn't get an AFK for that, but it went very nicely. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here and go take care of the dogs. So let's go raid somebody. Let's see who's out there wanting to be raided.
Let's see if I got an AFK penalty for that.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I got an AFK penalty.
You did?
Let's see, Endeavor Game On is on.
Oh, let's go raid
Mad Dog and Milk.
Ooh.
Yep.
Q Continuum.
Q's on.
We raided Q not that long ago. Yeah, we rated Q.
Anybody else further down my list?
That's all I got.
Mad Dog, Demetrius, Volden, Nico Bun, Incredible G, us, EOM Castile, Mario Zig, Endeavor Game On, Illestein, and Crimson Prim 99. So you guys want to rate Endeavor since we haven't done Endeavor? Q dropped off, so he may have just been logging off because he's not on my list right now.
I'm fine with Endeavor.
Okay, let's go rate Endeavor. All right, you guys know the drill. If you haven't given them a little bit of your love, please do. Otherwise, we will, well, even if you don't, we'll be back at 6 tomorrow morning, so about 9 hours from now. Have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Dun, 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 dun.